Hello everyone, today we are breaking down the episode, a preview for House of the Dragon, but before that remember to like the video, helps out the channel a lot, and subscribe, and yada yada yada, let's get to it. The first thing we see is Otto Hightower on the Iron Throne. He is the Hand of the King. He says, "As Hand I speak with the King's voice." So King Viserys is very ill. You may have noticed he has been getting worse as the show progresses. With Viserys sick, the Hand rules in his stead. You may remember in Game of Thrones when Robert Baratheon went hunting, his Hand, Ned Stark, ruled in his name. It seems that Rhaenyra is in King's Landing as well. Seeing this, she is with her son Jacaerys and her stepdaughter Rhaena. You may notice that they are a lot older than the last time we saw them. There is another time jump. I believe it's about 7 years. This is the last of the major time jumps, so you don't have to worry about seeing new faces anymore. In the next shot, we see Allison and her kids, and they have all grown up. On the far left, we have Aegon, the eldest. To the right of him is Aemond. We see that he has an eye patch and looks very Daemon-like. To the right of him is Helaena. At this point, she and Aegon are married. You can see they are glaring at someone here. I would guess it is Rhaenyra and her kids. You can see that the two families have not grown closer since the last episode. In the voiceover in this shot, we hear Rhaenys Targaryen saying, "Tomorrow the Hightowers land their first blow." Rhaenys is very close with Rhaenyra and Daemon since both married one of her children. She knows Allison wants Aegon to sit the throne instead of Rhaenyra, so the Hightowers are taking their first steps in this pursuit. She's probably referring to Viserys being ill and Otto ruling in his name. We also see Allison wearing a 7-pointed star, which is the symbol for the faith of the Seven. She could be playing a religious angle as well. Hightowers are all very religious, being from Old Town, where the Faith's HQ is located. But she could be saying to the small folk, "Look, we believe in the Seven," and Rhaenyra, she wed Daemon in a Valyrian custom. When was the last time she went to church? Which you do need the support of the small folk if you want to be king, so this could be a smart play. In the next shot, we see Daemon and Rhaenyra talking about how Otto is ruling in Viserys' name. The two are actually on Dragonstone in this scene, which is the ancestral seat of House Targaryen. You may remember that Rhaenyra wanted to move there in episode 6, after rumors circulated about who the real father of her kids were. It is quite common for the heir to the Iron Throne to live on Dragonstone. In the next shot, we have Rhaenyra walking to her father. From this shot, we see that Viserys is bedridden and has bandages on his face. The disease he has is leprosy, and it seems now it's affecting his face, so he probably does not have much longer to live. In the next shot, we find out that Corlys Velaryon has taken a wound in battle on the Stepstones. You may remember from episode 6 that the Stepstones have been taken over by the Triarchy again. Corlys in the first half of the season went to war with them because they were burning some of his ships and closing off important trade routes. But this time he was injured and it doesn't sound good. Vaman Velaryon, Corlys' younger brother, wants to know who will lead House Velaryon if Corlys dies. Rhaenys is sitting on the Driftwood throne listening to him. Vaman knows all of Corlys and Rhaenys' children are dead. He knows Rhaenyra's kids are not actual Velaryons, and Daemon's kids are girls. So Vaman is making a play here to try and take Driftmark. He probably thinks he has the strongest claim, being the younger brother. He could be making a deal with Allison or Otto, like, "I help you out and you make me the Lord of Driftmark." Later in the trailer, we hear him say this is a matter of blood, not ambition, which was the opposite of what Corlys said in the last episode. He said that names are remembered, not blood. So Vaman is saying to Otto or Allison, "I should get Driftmark because Rhaenyra's children are bastards." In the next shot, we see Aemond sparring with Sir Criston Cole, and he is keeping up with the knight. Remember, Sir Criston defeated Daemon in a tourney in the first episode, so Criston is quite the fighter. This is just illustrating that Aemond is quite the swordsman as well. In a voiceover, we hear Viserys say the crown cannot stand if the House of the Dragon is divided. He is talking about the two factions in his family right now, Allison's party and Rhaenyra's, that they need to settle their differences and make peace. Viserys is really trying to keep the family together, but it ain't working. In the next shot, we see Rhaenyra's kids, Jacaerys and Lucerys. They seem to be in the training yard at the Red Keep. We then see Aemond and he says nephews. So it seems the boys witnessed Aemond and Sir Criston sparring. Later in the trailer, we see Jacaerys and Aemond fighting and Lucerys and Aegon fighting. Baela is here as well, so she and her sister Rhaena are probably witnessing this. Rhaenyra, their mother, is not here, and remember Lucerys is the one who blinded Aemond, so there is no love lost between the groups of brothers. So I'm sure Allison's kids were antagonizing Jacaerys and Lucerys, which started the brawl. In the next shot, we hear Rhaenyra say that this is a trap. So going to King's Landing is a trap because it plays right into the Hightower's hands. They can capture Rhaenyra or her kids and hold them hostage, or they could be setting Rhaenyra up for some kind of fall that could get her disinherited. In the next shot, we see Daemon visiting Mysaria. He is back in King's Landing and he knows Mysaria has spies and influence, which could help him and his family in their current predicament. And in the last shot, we see Vaman arrive in King's Landing. And we see that is who Jacaerys and Lucerys were staring at in this shot. So he is definitely trying to make a deal with the Hightowers. What did you think of the preview? Did I miss anything? Leave it on the comments below. And if you want more House of the Dragon content, please subscribe and like the video. Check out the Twitter link in the description below. And as always, have an awesome day.